a naked guy. Good morning from the beautiful island of Naxos here in Greece. Today I'm going to be focusing on what it's like to be traveling solo as a woman and the challenges that come along with it. So I picked out a hike today that I am quite nervous about. I know it's a very challenging hike. It's well marked until a certain point, and then it's kind of like you're on your own. So that's challenge number one. The next one is I'm going to go to a beach, and I'm going to be talking about what it's like to be at the beach by yourself. Do you feel safe? Leaving your belongings there, do you feel safe? And then I'm going to be going out for dinner at kind of like a romantic place. So what it's like to kind of take yourself out on a date. Does it feel awkward? This whole day is supposed to be a challenging day and some challenges to overcome traveling by myself. Things that I'm definitely nervous about doing, but I'm going to do anyway. So at the property that I'm staying at, I'll leave the information in the description. They do prepare this amazing breakfast. I have these amazing eggs. I have toast, I have a homemade cake, peaches, and yogurt with honey, and some coffee to start the day. I'm also nervous about the car that I'm driving, but that's for another day. Let's start this crazy day. I have been loving this breakfast so far, and look at these peaches. Perfect. Look at that. And it's looking amazing. Let's try it. Haven't really had much fruit yet. Oh, it's nice. Not too sweet, not too sour. Just nice. I'm loving this so far. But yeah, let's hit the road and hike to Mount Zas.
Here we go.
Driving turned out easier than expected. I'd underestimated my old car. Powered like a snail, but stubborn as hell. She rattled up that mountain like she had something to prove. Finally coughing her way to the foot of Mount Zas. Through tight-knit villages with streets made for donkeys, not drivers, that tiny frame felt like a blessing. There's no room for error. Just cliffs, corners, and clouds hanging low like a warning. First challenge was officially underway.
Okay, made it to the trailhead. This is the Arion Spring. This is where you're gonna park the car and begin the hike. It's pretty well marked till Zas Cave or Zeus Cave, but then it kind of breaks off and becomes a little bit more rogue. So I'm gonna start the hike now. Cars parked, road conditions were fantastic. The roads are in great shape. My little car made it. I'm actually feeling a lot more confident in this car. So let's head to the Arion Spring, check that out first, and then we'll go to Zeus Cave and I'll tell you a little bit about that. Let's go. So if you forgot to bring water, this is the Arion Spring. Apparently it never stops running even during times of drought. So it's nice drinkable water that's coming out. And this is the mark of the start of the hike. So let's go. This is daunting. The top's somewhere up there. About 10 minutes in, feeling pretty good. Trail is still marked. Definitely my lungs hurt a little bit, but that has nothing to do with the hike. That is just this cough that won't go away. Hopefully we're getting close to Zeus Cave. These are the marks on the trail. They're not easy to spot unless you're paying attention, so make sure that you're paying attention to the directions. Keep on looking for the red dots. So up behind me is the Zeus Cave. Legend has it that Zeus was hidden here when he was a child to be protected from his father. He was hidden by his mother and was raised in this cave. It goes, I believe, 11 kilometers in. And if you do want to go inside, you need to have the proper tools. You need good shoes, a bright flashlight. Your phone flashlight is not going to work, and you should be super careful. You do need to be quiet because bats do live there and you don't want to disturb their habitat. So let's go up and check it out. Just look, that is the trail up. Yeah, it's very moderate, I would say. The cave is closed off to protect the bats. Could just be because it's peak tourist season here in August and they might not want anybody going in right now. There's been a couple incidents with tourists here in Naxos recently, so they might keep it closed off during the peak tourist season. Regardless, you should always be respectful and be quiet and careful when you're in there. Okay, Okay guys, I am making the safest call to turn around here. The clouds are starting to roll in really quick, and I do not want to be up there when there is limited visibility. And the majority of the tourists are coming up to the cave and then turning around and coming back down. Yeah, I just want to be as safe as possible. Being out here by myself, and I am very happy with the views that I can see from up here. Seeing the goats, climbing up. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. You're not going to see anything once you hit the clouds, so I'm going to show you some of the views on the way down.
So speaking of making smart choices while traveling, I want to talk to you today about a brand that I've partnered with, Safety Wing. I've used Safety Wing for so many years, and today I'm able to introduce them to you. No matter what kind of traveling you do, protect yourself with a plan that suits whatever adventure you're on. Safety Wing has two plans that are built for the modern day nomad, the Essential Plan and the Complete Plan. The Essential Plan is built for short trips like mine, those with fixed dates, or those who just want to make sure emergencies, accidents, or unexpected illnesses are covered, as well as protecting your trip from delays or interruptions. It happens. The Complete Plan is for travelers hitting the road long term. It has everything the Essential Plan covers and some extra options like cancer screening and treatments, mental health services, and much more. If you're looking for borderless healthcare and protection to give you that peace of mind while you're traveling abroad, click on the link in my description or scan the QR code that's on the screen right now and pick the plan that best suits your nomadic lifestyle. Back to the video.
Okay guys, I'm gonna stop in this little cove. I guess it's just shade under a tree, but I want to try that cake, that homemade cake that was prepared by the hosts of the property that I'm staying at. Time to give it a try. It's a good time to take a little break. It's like a pound cake. Just give me 2 large pieces. That would have made sense if I went all the way to the top. The real reason why I'm turning around is there's quite a few solo men hikers, but there was one in particular that was creeping around, staring, giving me a bad gut feeling. I did not want to go up into the clouds with him kind of looming around. He was a little off. He did not say hello to me on the way up, and he was going off the path and kind of just like squatting down behind trees. Didn't feel quite right. That's one downside to traveling solo, is that you have people who, he could have been doing nothing, but it's just not worth taking that chance when you're by yourself, especially in an environment where you're not super familiar. But I'm happy to turn around. That was a hike. I'm sweating. I'm just like waiting for him to pop out at any second now. Let me tell you a little bit about Mount Zas while we're here. So the summit is actually at 3,920 feet. It is the tallest point in the entire Cyclades. It's a very, very challenging hike. So it gets even more challenging past the Zeus cave, which is crazy. If you are struggling up the initial hike to Zeus cave, I would be very careful to continue on. It says 3 hours round trip. That probably would have taken me 4.5, I would say. I went really slow up the mountain, and I don't know if it's just because I'm sick or what, but yeah, it's steep even up this way, which is considerably easier than the next part. So your best bet when you come to these towns is find the public parking space. Then you can walk around the town. It'll be much easier than trying to find parking along the street, because normally there aren't any. So yeah, just park here on the side, and we're gonna head into the town of Halki now. Check it out. So MD Cafe is a really popular bakery, and they're well known for their orange cake. I just got a double espresso today. Just not feeling 100%, and I don't want to overdo it with the sweets. Honestly, this is not a bad spot to sit down. A lot of people coming in and out of the bakery behind me. Nice spot, nice little town.
The village of Halki isn't loud. It doesn't need to be. Once the capital of Naxos, this village carries its age with quiet pride. Stone paths, old olive groves, the sweet citrus burn of Kitra in the air. No agenda, just a walk. That's how I found the 11th century church of St. George de Aciretus. Tucked away, still standing, still sacred. One of the best preserved Byzantine churches on the island. In places like this, the past doesn't shout. It waits. You just have to slow down long enough to hear it.
I feel like I'm fading away into a shell. These are grapes right here. So let me show you up close. Put that down. There's some grapes there. And there's some low-hanging grapes right there. This must be a vineyard. There's quite a few trees. Have a look over there. There you can see some grapes hanging. Pretty cool, right? Can you guys see that? This is a fig tree. It's still quite small. But this path is so cool. These village roads. Naxos is well known for its beaches and beautiful coastline, but it's also very well known for its villages and the village life, making you feel like you're actually not in the Greek islands as people would imagine, where you think of Santorini or Mykonos. You're walking through these villages and you forget about the coast completely. So yeah, this is a really cool walk. I have made it to the beach. These are the sun dunes. The entire area is called the Plaka. So that's the area I'm in. I was a little concerned that it was gonna be windy today, but the water's it's windy, but the water is not looking too rough. I think you can definitely go in. I've sat down on a chair. I'm just waiting for whoever is in charge of the chairs to come over and ask me to pay for it, but he hasn't come yet, so I'll let you know how much it is when that time comes. I am in the shade. It is absolutely gorgeous. The water is so blue. I see people windsurfing. The mountains are in the background. The water is just sparkling. It's about 4 p.m. now. It's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The sand is so white. The wind is perfect. It's the perfect temperature. Absolutely love it.
Remember when I was in Trinidad and I vowed to always enjoy beaches from here on out? Well, I meant it. So I leaned back, let the surf do its thing, watched planes carve the sky overhead, and watched people forget the world for a little while. The winds and the water hummed a steady rhythm, white noise for the soul. Greece in August was still hot, but in the shade, it eased up. I didn't mind being alone. I wasn't lonely. I was exactly where I needed to be. Still, present, and grateful for it.
This beach has been absolutely incredible. I've been here for almost 2 hours now. So the price of the setup for one chair and umbrella is 10 euros for half the day. I arrived at 4 p.m. I asked if I was there for a full day, what would it cost? And he said 20 euros full day for one person. Now, if you're 2 people and you're doing a full day, that's 30 euros. So it's a little steep, but I do think it's worth the price, where you have the shade, you have a chair, so you're staying a little bit more clean from the sand. The water's been absolutely gorgeous, turquoise waters, calm given how windy it is. So if it's a windy day here in Naxos and you want to have a nice time in the water, you can come down towards the south. The beaches are just gorgeous. So now I am looking forward to taking myself out for some food. I am craving some pasta, so I'm going to try to find that along the beach and enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Thanks for coming along with me, guys. Let's go for dinner. Okay, so you will not believe what happened. There is an Italian place along the way here, and it's closed due to tax violations, which is quite hilarious. Probably not funny for them. So I just came next door. I placed an order for Pastitsio, and I've never had that before. I've actually never had moussaka either, but I wanted kind of a pasta dish, so I'm getting that and enjoying the views of the beach. It's quite beautiful. I'm not necessarily here for the best food in the world at this restaurant. Neither was the Italian restaurant, but I'm more here for the romance vibe, to see what it's like to kind of take yourself out on a date, you know, traveling alone as a woman. You might be deterred to come to these places where you have the view of the ocean, and I don't know, you shouldn't feel awkward or embarrassed about it. Like, it's it's fun. It's fun to kind of come out by yourself and enjoy the views and eat good food, and yeah, I don't know. That's what this evening's all about, and kind of how that feels. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm very happy today. It was a very challenging day, but I'm happy I came and did each thing on my list, despite I was so exhausted this morning and just really not feeling good. But I'm happy I pushed myself because I'm feeling a lot better. The one Italian thing I'm going to allow myself, since I'm not getting Italian pasta, is an Aperol Spritz. So there is nothing like a good Aperol Spritz to get the appetite flowing. I am so hungry. I don't think it needs to do much work. Let's give it a try. Oh, this one is so cold. Extra sweet, a little bit of bitterness at the end. This is perfect with the breeze, the view. It's insane. I love the vibes out here. That's what it's all about. The Pastitsio arrived. I've never had this before. So it's like a layered baked casserole with pasta and ground beef with tomato sauce as the bottom layer. And on the top, you have this really thick layer of bechamel sauce mixed with cheese that's been baked all together. Let's go in for my first bite. That hits the spot when you're really hungry. So check out that pasta. It's like a tubular pasta. And the bechamel sauce is really what takes this up to the next level because it's almost sweet and it contrasts the tomato sauce and the beef. What a nice pairing. Do I think this is the best version of it? Probably not, but it definitely hits the spot when you're super hungry. And really what you're paying for here is the views. It was good. First time trying it. It's delicious. Look at that thick bechamel sauce at the top. It's so creamy. Oh, really, really thick. Absolutely delicious.
So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on a crazy adventure full of challenges, full of ups and downs. It was a wonderful day and I'm super proud of myself for getting the courage, traveling by myself, and setting up these goals and challenges and just doing them. The hike to Mount Zas was obviously challenging. I turned around, but I still took the car into the mountains. I'm feeling super proud about that. Still did a portion of the hike and turned around when it seemed a little bit too dangerous. Exploring the town of Halki was amazing. I didn't really go in with a plan. I just walked around, explored on my own, and slowed down and enjoyed the vibes of this village. Later on in the day, going to the beach by myself, relaxing, and going out for dinner completely alone. It was fabulous. I loved it. It was very enjoyable, a lot of time to reflect, and a lot of time to set more goals for myself. So I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like, leave me a comment, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. I have more from Greece coming up. Thank you so much for coming along for the journey. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
This is, I think last night was the 4th night that I've been in Greece. And I have been struggling with the jet lag. I've been falling asleep at 4:30 like clockwork every single day, which is 9:30 a.m. my time, or 9:30 p.m. my time. Not even coffee's getting me through this. I'm so sick. This sucks. My chest hurts. Also, behind the scenes, the clouds are looking pretty bad. If the clouds are bad and I lose visibility, I'm turning around. It's not worth the risk to go to the top. I'm not gonna see anything if I go all the way to the top. And I've gotta pee. Where can I go? I wait for the tours to break off. This is the other thing about solo traveling. You have to set up these cringy shots, place the phone down, and come back up and get the phone. To create the illusion that this happens on its own. Let's head into the town of Halki now. I'm going to show you around this little village and hopefully I'm going to get a coffee. Oh God, I am so cringy. Otherwise you have to buy yourself a chair and everything like that. So there is a naked guy. Some people have gone topless. I see a guy who's completely in the nude. It's a little distracting.